All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Anchored In podcast as we are here for episode number 11. We took a little week break. School's been busy for all of us here at the Anchored In podcast. We're here once again with Luke and Jack. As always, the boys are back in town. Luke, how are we feeling, man? The Senators out of the playoffs.
Dude. Not feeling good. Not expecting that. Didn't expect them to lose. Didn't expect them to get swept.
I did.
No, you didn't. Nobody did. Come on now. Let's not be crazy here. The closest sweep is what I heard come out of your mouth a little bit earlier today. So
Yeah, but I still expect them to get swept.
I don't know. Dude.
I didn't think it'd be close. No, that's fair. But swept nonetheless.
Whenever you have one of the worst captain performances in playoff history coming from Brady Tkachuk, I mean, no wonder why they couldn't get a single game in. Luke, I'll be honest, Ullmark did play good. That's what your main excuse was the entire series, was that there was no leaky Ullmark, but Brady Tkachuk is just too focused on the podcast now. The podcast era has come for the Tkachuk brothers, and who knows if he's even going to be a Sen by the end of next year.
But looking at going into that series, if you would have told me that Linus Ullmark would have posted a 9-something? 930?
Hello?
And Freddie Anderson would have posted a 9-something too.
No, we can't talk about Frederick Anderson's success.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying. I would have called you a joke. There's no way anybody predicted both of them playing that well.
And Sebastian Aho would have 1 point in the series. Tim Stützle have 1 point in the series.
Yeah, like that.
And the Canes to sweep.
Well, okay, Canes to sweep. Like I said, I think.
Anyways,
the
Sens
haters
power
saw
play
that.
sold them here. I mean, they were 1 for 9 in Game 4. Not good. And missed out on 3 5-on-3s across the series. There was literally one reason that they didn't win this series, and it's their goal scoring, and especially on the power play. There's nothing else you can point out.
What about Taylor Hall, pretty much the owner of the Ottawa Senators at this point? 7 points in the series.
He had a good series, but I mean, it's not like they were scoring 4 or 5 goals a game. Carolina was getting held to 2 or 3 goals a game in that whole series, and
But I think
a couple of guys stood out.
There's good takeaways from it though, because the Sens definitely played a lot better than they did in the Leafs series. Like they did hold their own in a lot of these games, right? It's not like they got trampled.
No, they deserve to win some of those games, you could say. Game 2 overtime, they hit the post 14 times. I mean, there's some bounces that you wish you could get, and they just didn't get any of those.
I'll give you your flowers there. I think those are good building blocks for next season, but I digress.
As long as your captain's still there, you know.
Luke,
here's hoping.
Put the loss aside. You have to admit the Hall and Stankoven combo has been unreal.
Yeah, they had a good 4 games. I'll be excited to see them do that again against another team.
It's Pittsburgh or Philly, so you
struggle to score as much.
You said if you guys made it past round 1, you might have the easiest path to the playoffs. So does that mean that Carolina now has the easiest path to the playoffs?
Of course, yeah. Pittsburgh and Philly are still, I don't want to be harsh here, but nobody's going to give them a chance in that series.
You imagine if Pittsburgh crawls back in this one, though?
Man, I mean,
Sid with the reverse sweep?
I don't know, man. If he doesn't get hurt every single game that he plays,
you guys saw that look in his eyes. I don't know. Something spooky's going on in Pittsburgh.
I don't know, man. I would be shocked.
It's tough to see how much he goes to the locker room now, though.
Yeah. Sid the kid, man. He's not
getting
a kid
fragile.
anymore.
Well, yeah, he's the not so
man.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah. But Porter Martone as well. Who expected him coming into this one and being like the star of the Flyers in that series?
I mean, they just need to get one at home here. That's all, Philly's going back home. Just focus up here. You're up 3-2 in the series. You've beat this team 3 times already. Just go home, get a win. Because I think, if Pittsburgh takes this one and it goes to Game 7, I don't have much faith in the Flyers moving on, to be honest.
Really, you think Pittsburgh, if they get this one here tonight?
If Pittsburgh gets this one, there's no chance Sidney Crosby loses in a Game 7 to the Flyers. I don't think.
Yeah, the guy is Mr. Clutch himself, so
right.
Don't give Sid and Tanger and don't give them the opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
cut them down while you can, and
Malkin's
see
been
if you
good
can
in the
go on a little
series.
run.
It's looking like maybe not not 2026, but 2016 with how good the Pens have been.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Which is
true,
crazy
except
because it's the same team, or the
they're
same
missing.
core, I should say.
More
they're
or less,
missing
yeah.
Core.
the core piece that's missing is Phil Kessel. I think that would be a key part in Pittsburgh taking
Anthony
this series
Mantha,
here.
man. That's the Phil Kessel now.
Oh,
Chinikov. They've got some nice scoring guys to go with Crosby, honestly.
this Martone kid is an absolute monster out there. I'm looking at it
Yeah.
now, 6'3", 214 pounds. He was
Mhm.
tossing around Chris Letang the other night.
Dude, and that talk about like a big time gamer. This kid got thrown into the fire in the playoffs, and he's flourishing. Like flourishing's an understatement. This kid looks like a dog out there. Like he was born to be in the playoffs. And that whole team, like, I don't know, they've made a convincing case as to why they could possibly be the real deal. Do I think they'll reach the Cup Finals? No, but I don't know. They're awesome. Like I genuinely love that Philly team and just watching them play.
Dan Vladar, is he going to carry your team to a
No.
win in a round
No.
or two? Probably
That-
not either.
That's probably like the main glaring issue with that team. I don't think him
He's not
or
been bad, but it's just
no,
like
but like him or Airson, I don't think they're reliable enough.
No,
and
exactly.
Stats haven't backed that up too well and haven't boded too well for them in between the pipes. But I mean that's a huge part of it, right? You need a guy in between the pipes that you can kind of trust to carry you through the series, because goaltending can steal you series.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Dan Vladar is going to steal a series anytime.
I mean, he's lucky to be facing Stuart Skinner right now. It's certainly not hurting the case.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's basically the opposite of the Ottawa-Carolina series in this Pittsburgh-Philly series with the goalies. I mean,
Is it
it's
safe
just
to
a
say
couple
that?
of leaky guys.
Is it safe to say that Pittsburgh somewhat won that trade? I know Skinner's always going to be leaky here
Yeah,
and
I
there,
think so.
but
Honestly, I mean,
with the way that they're playing Connor Ingram over in Edmonton, it's disappointing to see them kind of get rid of their big playoff goaltender and trade him for a 1-for-1 and get Jari, who's not going to play very much in this playoffs.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too, right? It's like you can talk all the crap you want about Stu Skinner, but he got it done in the playoffs multiple times, right? So there's
I mean, he was on a team that got it done. Maybe I don't know if he got it done.
well, I
He's
mean,
been pretty brutal.
he got in front of the puck though.
sometimes, and sometimes he missed the puck, and there was a lot of times where that happened. But I mean, also Pittsburgh got a second rounder as well in that trade.
Oh, it wasn't 1-for-1.
It wasn't exactly 1-for-1, so it's even more of a win for the Penguins, like you were
Jeez.
saying. It's even more like you give up Jari, and you get back basically someone just as good as him and Stuart Skinner, plus a second rounder, plus Brett Kulak. So I mean, yeah, Pittsburgh did
That's
well.
Kyle
I mean,
Dubas for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good GM. I don't know why the Leafs fired
Would
him.
that also make it? That was somewhat of a panic move by Edmonton too, though, because Skinner was getting injured a lot early on this season.
I think it was good that they moved on from him, though. I mean, you're not going to win with him. If they made it to the finals twice, couldn't win, you're not going to get it done with that guy.
I feel like they're in the rut that the Leafs are in. Just like it's going to be difficult for a long time to find good goaltending.
Different rut. They made it to the Cup Finals back to back. Leafs,
but
Leafs
they're
are
like
in no man's land, dude.
But
Yeah.
it's just, think about it. They got a better version of Nylander, Draisaitl. Well, you can't really compare the two. But then you got McDavid and Matthews, and then
Different-
Leafs had
different
Marner.
leagues.
We
And then the
had
Leafs have no
Hyman.
depth than the Oilers do.
They have Leaf scraps that are now top performers, and it's very frustrating to see with as many Edmonton Oilers games that I watch.
Enter
Kasperi
Kasperi
Kapanen.
Kapanen. Yeah.
Oh my God,
And Zach
dude, he's
Hyman.
on fire
I mean,
this year.
those guys both scored last game, I think. So
yeah,
you're
it
obviously.
seems like Kapanen scores every single night.
they're not the problem.
I gotta search up that kid's stats. That you can't even call him a kid because he's been in the
He's
league.
a lot older than you,
Yeah.
fella.
Yeah. Well, hey. All right.
Let's get an official check here on the age.
Because I remember he was injured a lot this year as well for the Oilers, but 17 points in how many games played? Jeez, regular season, 41 games played. So, I mean, it's not
There
a
you go.
bad season
It's
for the
third liner
guy.
for you, fourth liner.
He's a third liner and he produces like crazy. But he has 5 points in 5 games right now in the postseason.
Yeah, so there you go. That's what Ottawa didn't get. You give me a Kasperi Kapanen on that team, and maybe you're going to the second round right now. Obviously not, but the point is, they needed one guy to step up, and that was probably Tim Stützle, and he could not do that.
We're back on the Sens, dude.
Funny how
Wow.
that happens.
It was just, I don't know. Drake Batherson was the only one that was able to really step up for you guys. And
Yeah. I mean,
He-
Carter Yakimchuk played 1 game, and he got 2 points, so obviously they made that decision a little bit too late in the series, but next year, hopefully he'll be up in the NHL full time. That's a good prospect right there for the Sens on D.
Electric.
Gonna bring some
Yakimchuk.
offense. I mean, Thomas
He's
Chabot
sick.
might be dead by next season with the way things are going,
oh my
but
God,
Yakimchuk can step in, man. He can do his job pretty well out there, even
he
in
had
the
a
NHL.
he had a rough round one. Like Brady Tkachuk had a rough round one on the stat sheet, but Thomas Chabot, dude, he was eating the boards every single
Yeah.
game. It felt like he was just
And he's got metal and screws in his arm right now, holding the thing together. So
God. Was it
doesn't feel
that?
too good.
Yeah. Let's jump over to the Montreal Canadiens versus Tampa Bay Lightning. One of the most electric series, I think, this
Yeah.
year. Do you have it as the most electric series? I mean, game
Yeah,
2
honestly.
kind of. The fact that the first 3 games all went to OT was.
It's really a shame that the Senators series was a sweep, because that would have been the best series if that went 6 or 7 games.
Right. The
putting that out
game 4 was interesting. Game 2 was interesting because of the
Exactly.
double OT. But like, what's interesting about a team hitting the post 14 times in extra time?
I mean, chances.
Not
They got
much.
chances, and they just couldn't capitalize. I mean, it got frustrating. It was hilarious at a
You
certain
guys got
point, to
blessed
be
with a no
honest.
goal call in that OT too, no?
Yeah, I mean, we also got sewered with the freaking penalty shot. That was crazy.
Yeah, then there was that one goal. I remember me and you were sitting down watching, I think it was game 3, and the Sens were like 5 feet offside and nobody challenged it. And then your dad even
Yeah.
texted saying, like, how did nobody notice that this guy was 5 feet?
There's no way it was
inside the zone?
offside, though. Like, they just don't miss that kind of stuff. I don't think there's a chance that they missed
Had to
it
be the
offside.
camera angle because I was really
Yeah.
focused on it because, me, preying on the Sens' downfall any chance I can. I'm looking for ways that the goal can get called off, and that was the most believable one. And the fact that your dad himself, a Sens fan, seen it, who knows? But yeah, like, we got Braden Hagel dropping Yuri Slafkovsky. That was unreal.
Slafkovsky,
can't-
man, sit
Is it-
down. That guy's 6'5" or whatever, but he crumpled like a little kid in that fight.
Like, has he fought before? Is he? I mean, he's big,
I would
but
say,
I think
yeah.
he's more of a points player. No, the Canadians don't ever really get in situations where they got to drop the mitts.
And he got pummeled, and that changed the whole series, I think.
One
you know?
punch is
Yeah.
all it
Well,
took.
Dude, I think the whole catalyst in this series has been Brandon Hagel. Like, that guy lives in Montreal's crease, and
He's got as many goals as the rest of the team.
Dude, and the thing is, I don't know if you guys saw the Caden Gooley interview where he's like, "Yeah, I guess we can't let guys,
Yeah.
score off their face." Well, don't let him in your crease then, bud. Like, that
Yeah.
doesn't happen if you don't let him poke around there. And the thing is with Hagel is, like, he's not just making a beeline for the crease and parking himself there. He's so, like, dynamic in the sense that he's so creative the way he gets there every time, and yet he still finds his way there. And, and like Cooper has recognized how useful he's been. He's moved him up and down the lineup when different lines are kind of lagging behind, and he's producing and making those lines produce. So talk about a Swiss Army knife in Brandon Hagel, like that. It's been amazing to see, man.
Him and Jake Getzel, I mean, they're stepping up. Cooch is stepping up, but he's not getting much on the goal sheet. It's all been Braden Hagel for the most part for that Tampa Bay Lightning squad. Who do you have taking this one? Like, it's obviously going to go 7, I'd assume.
I mean, you never know, honestly. I'd say, it's as good a chance as anything that Tampa goes out and wins these next 2 games.
Right.
Just because of their experience, and they're back on home ice for Game 5. Go to Montreal with a 3-2 series lead, and trust that your experienced guys can get it done. I think there's a good chance that honestly happens. That's what I think is going to happen. And obviously, we'd love to see this go to Game 7. It would be such a great game, I'm sure. So, either way this series goes, it's been great, and it's going to continue to be great for the next 2 or 3 games.
What about you, Jack?
Yeah, I think Tampa's just gonna clean this one up. Like
Yeah.
just looking at even the top line, which is shocking to me that the Canadians' top line hasn't really got rolling just yet. And I guess that's more of a testament to the matchups with, guys like Yanni Gord and Anthony Cirelli, like Selke caliber guys that can kind of shut down the middle, and they've evidently done so with that first line. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like Nick Suzuki and himself, another Selke candidate, I'd say, but they haven't been able to get rolling in that, and I think that's the main issue, because when you look at it, the depth has genuinely done their job. Like that's what's allowed them to get to be where they are. Like the bottom six done majority of the heavy lifting for that Habs team, and while that's awesome, it's gonna be like your top scorers that are gonna kind of push you over the edge there,
Yeah.
and we haven't seen enough from all three of them. And like I said, if they don't get that rolling, I think Tampa's just going to clean this up here.
Do you think, though, if Montreal gets this one in Tampa tonight, do you think they're going to go back to Bell Center and that place is going to be too electric for the Lightning to Lightning?
Yeah, I think like hockey fans, you'd be foolish to say that the Bell Center isn't an ante up in any series, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the most electric barns across the league. You can see that on TV, for crying out loud. I mean, those fans are passionate, if not anything else. So yeah, I think that helps, but I don't know. I don't think they win tonight.
Well, all right. What time is game just started? 7:09 p.m. as we're recording. Keeping it
The
late
live
as
updates going.
late as always. Always got to get a live updates on the Anchored In podcast. What's the next one here? Sabres Bruins. What another great series, boys. We got the Sabres rollerblade crew. That's unreal. Just the entire city of Buffalo, I think, is definitely feeling the energy. And I think it's kind of similar to when the Blue Jays were making it to the World Series push. Like the energy in Toronto was a little bit different. I think Buffalo's got a little playoff fever. But my God, what a atmosphere the Buffalo fans have been making this series.
Yeah, I mean, they're Boston's lucky they got one last game, Pasternak with the OT winner, but I mean, they're going to be in tough to get back into this series, I think, especially with Buffalo with the home ice advantage.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. And as much as I love to pump the tires of the Sabres, because I do, that's no secret that I've loved what the Sabres have done this season. But what's crazy is not crazy, but something that was interesting after the Bruins dropped Game 4, 6-1, and you saw Swayman kind of lighting a fire under the Bruins, and
Oh,
I said from the jump that the catalysts were going to be Swayman and David Pasternak, and sure enough, when he fired them up, you got to follow it up with a big game, which he did. He posted a 960 and Pasta scored the overtime winner there, and they brought another one back. So I think that Swayman has been outstanding this entire series, and there's no doubting that. And I think just lighting a little fire under the boys there is going to kind of, they built their confidence up again with taking the game back here. But no, that series has been unreal, and it truly could go either way.
well, Marco Strom, I think, spoke after Game 4 and was basically saying, like, yeah, you need that kind of energy. You need somebody to make the boys snap out of it. And he really liked the energy that Swayman brought to the bench after getting pulled, because I don't know if you guys were watching that game. That was obviously not Swayman's fault for the outcome of that one. It was a leaky defense, letting up easy chances in the offensive zone, and obviously the result spoke for itself, 6-1. What a beatdown that game was. You want to jump over to the West right now? That's also pretty heated right now. We don't have. Oh, I guess we did have the sweep and the Avalanche and the Kings, but that wasn't really much of an interesting series. No,
No,
like
not
the
at
Avalanche.
all.
I don't know if the Avalanche were trying to keep some gas in the tank for round 2, because that's going to be a tough
I'd
round
say,
2 with either
yeah.
Dallas or Minnesota. But biggest lead was 4 goals at the end of, and that was in Game 4. So it was a slow start. They were able to get a 2-goal lead in Game 3 and then got a 4-goal lead in Game 4 to complete the sweep. What were your guys' thoughts on that series? I didn't watch it very much. I think it was one of those ones where you kind of expected the outcome.
Yeah, I had Avs in 4 from the start, and the series was pretty boring. So again, yeah, there's not much to talk about from it. There wasn't a ton of goals. The Avs, I think you might be right there, saving some in the tank for round 2, round 3, because they're going to be much tougher than the overtime loss merchant LA Kings that shouldn't have even been in the playoffs. We all wanted Macklin Celebrini to sneak into that last spot. I know everybody in the world wanted. And instead we got 4 games of Anze Kopitar retirement tour or whatever. Bad series in my eyes.
It's not good when you give your farewell speech before playoffs, like before you return home.
He knows what's about to go down. They
Yeah,
all knew
he
they
kind
were
of
not
knew.
winning
There
that
was
series.
a big ceremony in that last regular season game at home, and everybody kind of knew it was his retirement tour going into Game 1 against the Avs. What about you, Jack? What were your thoughts on this series?
Well, I mean, I guess credit to the Kings for keeping it so low scoring with a team like Colorado. I mean, hands up, that's fairly impressive in itself. But I mean, the Avs are just so good that they're just like they were gonna win all those games, and that to me that's a no doubter. But it's just funny because you look at Kopitar retiring now, and I don't know. I think it's dark days in LA. Quentin Byfield's got some big boots to fill there, and
He's not all that. He is not all that.
he hasn't proved up to be just yet. I don't know, man. This might be the end of the beginning of the end for the Los Angeles Kings here.
Not
I don't
good for
know.
a team that just traded for Artemi Panarin, by the way, and extended him. That's not good news.
Who was reported to go to San Jose? Like that was one of the favored destinations for him, which would have been unreal. That could have been a
Yeah.
series: Avalanche and Sharks with
Oh,
Artemi
yeah.
Panarin on the Sharks with
Man, that would've been
Celebrini and Will
wild.
Smith. Or do you think Tyler Toffoli stays on that first line with them?
Honestly, maybe
Drop
keep-
Will Smith and
yeah.
keep Toffoli up there?
Or
That would
you
make the
you know,
most
you
sense.
put together Celebrini and Smith and then give them the experience. But I mean, that's kind of a power line right there.
Yeah.
I think Toffoli stays up on the top in that scenario.
But you do have to give Forsberg a little pat on the back for that performance in that series. Like I get it.
He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad at all. Like game 2, he had a .944 save percentage. Like
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
pretty big numbers.
You
Scott
needed
Wedgwood as well.
3 goalies in the net to win that game. To win that series, sorry. They were never going to beat Colorado, ever.
No.
Scott
no.
Wedgwood was on fire too. If he's able to keep the pace that he had in that series, I get it. Yes, they're facing the Kings, but I think he was steady in all 4 games. Only 4 games,
Yeah.
but being steady in all 4 is a pretty big sign for a goaltender, especially come playoff time. What's the next
Solmark
series
was pretty
we got
steady in
here?
4 games.
I guess we got the matchup for whoever will face Colorado. The favored, most intense series that everybody said coming into this one because it was the one solidified the earliest. Dallas, Minnesota. Everybody kind of thought Dallas had the upper hand here going into this one, and Minnesota has been tearing it up. I mean, it's been a great series, but there's definitely been some competitors for that top most, what can you say, like physical round 1. I think it might go to Tampa, Montreal, depending on how the rest of that series goes, or Dallas, Minnesota, but
Yeah.
it's been a great series. It's one of the better ones in the West for sure. Jack, let's start with you on this one.
Yeah, I think for sure that might be a bit of the Quinn Hughes effect there because that decor in Minnesota has been kind of constant for a few years now with, Jacob Middleton and Jared Spurgeon. I mean, Jonas Brodin went down, but Brock Faber, newly addition in Quinn Hughes, and on the front end with guys like Matt Boldy and Kaprizov and Eric Sinek, like they're a very well put together team, and as much as it, you would think that the Dallas Stars, not that they wouldn't have trouble with Minnesota, but that they were the favored to win. I think a lot of people counted out Minnesota going into this, and they're, like I said, from top to bottom, and not to mention Jesper Wallstedt and Philip Gustafsson. That 1-2 punch in the net is one of the better 1-2 punches in the league.
Oh my God, it might be the best.
Yeah, and they're just so well put together. So that actually might be not. It's not. No. It's not my top series, but it's definitely up there. It's been entertaining for sure.
Yeah, I've had my eye on that series the whole time. I mean, it's so much star power. It's crazy. You look at Dallas, and every goal they're scoring is Robertson, Heiskanen, Rantanen, Duchesne, and Johnston. They're all in on those goals, and like the top 6 is just going off right now for Dallas. And it's the same exact thing. I mean, Kaprizov leads the league in points right now with 9 for Minnesota. Boldy's been scoring goals like he's been doing all season. So I mean, it's kind of sucks, like we talked about, that this is a first round series and one of these teams is going to be eliminated. But I mean, it's been great so far, and it's been a battle for sure. And I hope it goes to 7, and I hope Dallas takes it as well.
I mean,
Don't know
with
if I'm
the
allowed to
moves
say that on here.
Minnesota made this season, with signing Kirill Kaprizov to that $136 million deal, getting Quinn Hughes, then you have Brock Faber and brain fart, Matt Boldy
Matt
going to the.
Boldy.
Is that who it is? Am I correct? Yeah. Okay, geez. For the baseball guy of Anchored In, I'm pretty proud of myself there. But like those two guys being on the U.S. Olympic squad, can't get over the fact that Brock Faber wears those glasses on media day. Doesn't give off rough and tough whatsoever, but he's a monster out there on the ice whenever you watch him play. They've been able to make the moves this season, and there's a reason why they're leading this series right now. And I think, well, obviously, whoever wins this one, it will be a big one. I think Dallas, if they tie it up here, it's their game 7, but
yeah,
the Wild could easily take this one as well. They've been hot winning the last 2.
We've got a live score update here from the Habs. Brendan Gallagher in his first playoff game. They just put him in the lineup tonight, and he's already got one. 3 minutes in, assisted by Newhook, by the way.
See the magic touch?
So shouts out to Alex Newhook. And then shout out, I guess we'll get to it, but shout out to those Jays as well. Big win today.
That's next, big dog.
Yeah,
that's next. I'm first we got to finish up the playoffs.
Right,
let's just jump over because we're almost at the 30-minute mark already. Boys, wow, this is flying by. Mammoth Golden Knights, one of those underdog series. One of my favorites right now. Game 1 was unreal. Game 2 was unreal. Game 4 as well, going into OT. But Utah's been putting up a big dog fight in this one.
Yeah.
Another toss-up in my eyes on whoever takes it. Tonight's going to be a big one. Same with that Montreal-Tampa series. Like, I think tonight's the secondary game 7, I guess you could say.
Yeah, honestly.
But
certainly seems like that.
We started with Jack last time. Let's go to Luke. What do you think about this series so far?
It's been good. It's been entertaining. I mean, it's kind of a weird one. It's 2 of the newer teams in the league.
True.
But, I mean, it's been what we all thought. Vegas has got the star power. They've got the experience. And those guys have been performing decently well, Eichel, Marner. But, Utah, I feel like, is the team that has been playing better for the majority of this series and that should win this series, honestly. I mean, they've come in as an underdog in that wild card spot, but I picked them to win in the first round before the playoffs start, and I still feel like they can get it done in this series and upset Vegas, I guess. They made the coaching change right before the deadline, and it's seeming like it's working out for them right now, but we'll see how this series finishes up, but it's been a good one so far.
Jack, over to you.
Well, for crying out loud, I hope they beat Vegas. I can't stand Vegas at all. But I don't know, this series has been interesting just because it's kind of been like a different like clash of styles, if you will. Like
very.
You look at Vegas and I don't know, to me it looks like they need like multiple shifts to build up the momentum to get a goal. And then you look at the other side of the coin where, Utah's got the puck for seems like 11, 10 seconds, and they create multiple high danger chances, and then next thing you know, it's 1-0 Mammoth. Like that team is so fast and lethal at that matter, right? And it's been weird to see, and I don't know about you guys, but Eichel hasn't looked he's looked like a shell of himself. He hasn't been like the game breaking
he's
play driving
not.
guy that he's always been, right? And same with Dorofeev. Like he led them in goal scoring, and he's been absolutely invisible this series. So I don't know. Like it doesn't bode well for that Vegas team because those are your two main guys. I mean, along with like Mark Stone and company. But I don't know, man. And plus, just for the good times, I want the Mammoth to win. They're just,
of course,
they're fun.
Everybody hates Vegas. Man. Everybody hates Vegas.
You always want a new team to kind of advance and take out those other teams that have recently won the cup in the playoffs. Like,
yeah,
especially with Utah and the big change. Like, just think about it. The Coyotes were playing in Arizona University.
Mullet Arena,
Trojans,
baby.
Trojans Arena. And it was that was an embarrassing moment in the NHL, I think, especially for that franchise, and the fact that they're
Yeah,
able
it
to
was
make this
rough.
move. They got the fan base that they do over in Utah. I mean, the fact that Utah is just getting a team and they're one of the colder states in the US is crazy to me. Like, yeah, I mean, Schmaltz is playing well. You got those big guys on the Mammoth, Clayton Keller. What a stud. I mean,
Cooley, Gunther, this team is
yeah,
young and good. I mean, they've certainly, they got a Uyghur at the deadline.
yeah.
They've put together a good team out here. I mean, it's taken some time. Utah/Arizona, they've been terrible for a while now, but I mean, it seems like maybe the new colors and the new logo and everything are helping them kind of turn the page and actually be good for once.
You imagine if they're still the hockey club and like they won the Stanley Cup and that's written on the cup as
Yeah,
Utah Hockey
brutal.
Club? That would be that would have been brutal.
Yeah.
But one takeaway from this playoffs, I think in every series you can see it that the young guys are starting to the new game is starting to outshine the old veteran style of play. I mean, you see it in the Philly series. Carolina's not I guess the Carolina Ottawa series, Carolina wasn't really that much younger than them. But Montreal's putting up a fight against a veteran Tampa Bay squad. And then, I mean, Minnesota, Dallas, and then you got Anaheim and Edmonton, which we're about to jump into, which has been a shocker in my eyes. I wasn't expecting Anaheim to put up this much of a fight against Edmonton, but McDavid just isn't really himself right now, it doesn't feel like. What do you
No.
think, Jack?
I don't know. I think that game last night was kind of how we thought majority of that series were going to go. Honestly, I fell asleep after the first period because I don't know how people can
10:40
stay up
puck
so
drop
late.
sucks. 10:40 puck drop sucks.
And I'm a bit of an old man, so, I knocked out. But, they went up 3-0 in the first in quick succession. And that's kind of how, I think most of us thought that series was going to play out with, how electric that offense is on that Oilers team. And it's been amazing what the Ducks have been able to pull off. I mean, with Lucas Dostal putting up like over a 930 and Cutter Gauthier and Jackson Lacombe and, Leo Carlson. The list goes on. And I think this is a big testament to who Joel Quenneville is as a coach and how he's kind of pieced together this team, and they're flourishing, man. They're doing it.
Luke.
Yeah, I mean, Edmonton, they got a good win last night. I mean, that game was over pretty much in the first 10 minutes. They made it 3-0 and chased Dostal from the crease. But he has been good in this series, like you said, Jack. So, I mean, I think it's less of an off game for him, though, and more of just the Oilers finally being able to do what they want to do and execute their game plan. Obviously, they're a high-octane, high-scoring team. They run through their offense. Defense and goaltending's always been a weak point, and Edmonton I feel like they can survive with that. They can live with that. Their defense isn't great. Their goalies aren't great. They almost won 2 cups that way. And I think, their offense is pretty much the same, if not, better than it has been. Jason Dickinson's been really good putting up points right now as a depth guy. And then, obviously we talked about Kapanen, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins have all been good. So even though McDavid is not putting up the points he usually does, they're still winning games somehow.
I mean, yeah, last night it was shocking to see Edmonton come out of the gates as hot as they did. I mean, Draisaitl was absolutely on fire. Zach Hyman, I think a stat came up the other night that he's basically scored in every game where the Oilers have faced elimination. So any of you big sports bettors out
Clutch.
there, I don't know what the odds are on that one, but you might want to lock that one in. But Lucas Dostal, is it Dostal or Dostal?
I go with the Dostal.
I think I say it different every time. Honestly.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. That one, that's a good, that gets the tongue warmed up. So I'm
my
going to go with
firstborn
Dostal.
child that.
First name or middle name?
No, first.
Okay.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, first name.
All right, what a take there. That was kind of random, but I mean, the fact that Dostal, I'll say it both ways just to make everybody happy here tonight. Him getting pulled after 3 goals getting let in the first period, I get it. It's probably tough for a goaltender to get in the right mental space, especially after giving up 3 right away. But man, Anaheim had 2 shots before he got pulled. The offense didn't even give him a shot.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, when you're up 3-1 in the series, why do you not keep your main guy in for the remainder of that game?
Yeah, I don't hate the take, honestly. Like he was 6 for 9, 3 goals against on 9 shots. And I mean, yeah, obviously pulling him would enter the mind of Quenneville, but I feel like at that point, yeah, it's a playoff game. You want to ride with your guy. I know it sucks to get scored on 3 times in the first 10 minutes, but yeah, I think I would have given him a little bit more of a chance as well to just stay in that game, work himself into a groove, and build on some good positive momentum for the next game, because you're still going to go out there next game and try and do the exact same thing and try to win the series. They just need one more win, and I think Dostal's still the guy that's going to do it for them.
Well, it's not. Dostal doesn't control why there's 9 shots on net in the first 10 minutes of the game. Like that's not his fault.
No, it's not good. It's not very good for pace.
Ducks are
It's like
just
60 shots against.
It's 2 very offensive heavy squads, I feel like. No?
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Even the defensemen of this series, like Lacombe and Bouchard, are putting up the points. So, I mean, yeah, obviously these guys are just thinking about scoring and not much else out here, but it seems to work for both of them pretty well.
Beckett Sinecki is having an unreal series too. I just want to mention that before we jump over to the Jays. But, I mean, these young guys are firing up. Yeah, let's jump over to the Jays. Luke, you mentioned it earlier. They are back kind of on a hot streak, I guess you could say. They haven't been able to get a series sweep yet, but they've been winning back-to-back series. Now facing off against the Red Sox. They got pummeled in Game 1. Trey Savage comes back in Game 2. It was Trey Day. What a game that was. And then today, they're able to pull off a big win. And it was Lauer on the bump today.
Yeah.
So they're able to perform. We got your Savage back, so the lineup's getting a little bit healthier
Springer
as
came
the
back
days
today.
go on. Springer comes
And
back
had an
first
RBI.
at bat. First pitch, he's able to hit one out. Not out, but he got a single. And then we got Erin Clement, who did hit one out, his first homer of the year. So, yeah, the boys are starting to get a little bit of a feel for the bats. Okamoto starting
He's
to look a
been
little
hot.
bit more promising than he did early on in the season. It was looking pretty scary there. But definitely so far, Jays are winning in the drop of Bo Bichette and the pickup of Okamoto, I would say.
Yeah. Bo Bichette, man, I
The
feel like we
Mets
do it
in
every
general.
show, but we just trash on this guy. But I mean, they deserve it. They're terrible.
I think we kind of guaranteed ourselves that he won't be a podcast guest. We've kind of dug a hole too deep at this point.
Yeah, he can't hear us because of the $70 million in his ear or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Patrick Waugh said something like that, but yeah, I mean, on the Jays topic, Okamoto, the guy they, paid him to replace Bichette pretty much, and he's doing great. It took him a while to adjust, but now that he's here, he knows how to play big league baseball. This guy looks pretty darn good.
Jack, what are your thoughts on the Jays?
Well, it looks like they're starting to work out the kinks here, which I think we all kind of had faith that they would, and there wasn't too much concern there from at least the three of us in that respect. But I mean, I heard a lot of people think the sky was falling towards the start of the season there. No, but it's nice, man. Like seeing Savage come back. Like this team's only going to get better as time goes on. With guys kind of coming back and with these rehab starts, and I think he did quite well for his first game back. And it's important too to get those big string of games, kind of when you get shut out 5-0 in that first game against the Sox, and then you pounce back to end off the series with an 8-1 win. That's another good notch in your belt. Just kind of piece some offense together and drive the runs up and. Because they head to Minnesota next, I believe.
Yeah.
Just on that kind of road trip, and I don't know, leave it off on a positive note.
I mean, the fact that Clement this is his first homer, you can't really act surprised because the guy's getting it done no matter what. It's kind of the same situation as Vladdy, except you're expecting Vladdy to be your power guy. And people are complaining that Vladdy's not getting home runs, but can you complain when he's having the season that he's having so far, 358 average?
Yeah, I mean, he's shifted his game. He's just not the power guy anymore, but he hits for average and he hits for RBI still, so I don't see any problem.
I'm one of those guys. I mean, if you look at me in person, you can definitely tell I was no home run hitter in my baseball career, so I'm big at just getting the ball in play, and it seems like Vladdy's been able to do that. And then you look back at the postseason time, like he didn't have many home runs last year. It was down.
Yeah.
But then it comes postseason, it comes clutch time. He's able to take him out of the yard whenever he needs to. So it's not that he has no juice. He has the juice, but I think his focus is just getting bad on ball and creating some havoc on the offense. And you can't really complain about that whenever it comes to this Blue Jays batting lineup. You got Jesus Sanchez. That guy's a monster now. Okamoto's tanking them. Once we get Kirk back, that's going to be another power bat that can also get bat on ball pretty well. We're missing a lot of power.
Springer's back, though. That's a big one for them.
Yeah.
And I mean, Clement's, like you said, not hitting for power, but Clement's like second in the American League right now in hits. So, I mean, he's just filling in that Bichette role pretty well because that was always Bo's job, you know? He'd be getting the hits, driving in Vladdy.
I remember there was a stat last year while Bo had that big injury, like August, September time. He was leading the league in hits with a 2-week break.
Yeah.
And like
he almost won it.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, he almost finished first.
Yeah, there was a 2-week break, and he was injured for the rest of the regular season. So, like, that's crazy. I think it was Bobby Witt that was able to come out on top with that one.
Yeah, but only barely. Bo almost had him still.
That's crazy. They had that big of a gap that he was not able to. I mean, he had to take a 2-month break in the regular season and still almost won the batting title there. Wow. I mean, this year, clearly, he's not even close to being in the runnings for it.
Nope.
I guess we can talk a little bit. I got a little bit of a frustration thing that's been building up on me. Can we just talk about these giveaways for the Blue Jays real quick?
Yeah. Quick rant. I mean, I got nothing negative to say.
I catch an Uber to go to school last night, or would have been Monday. When did they have the Clement hockey jersey?
The Monday.
Would have been Monday, yeah, that makes sense.
So I go to my TV broadcasting class at 5. I'm leaving the house at like 1:30, 2 o'clock. I drive past Rogers Center in my Uber. At least 15,000 already sitting there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can't bring chairs
like
in
6 hours before.
So many of them have camping chairs too, and you're not even allowed to bring them in. So they're just buying like a $25 camping chair at Canadian Tire and then just leaving it there for the homeless of downtown Toronto to have a comfy chair for the night. I guess if I was homeless right now, I'd just be waiting for all those giveaway days at Rogers Center and getting free camping chairs, making a fort.
Yeah, there you go, honestly. I saw a nice fort down the street, actually, just down the street from us. Someone had a nice little fort going, couple chairs and a blanket.
No, that's true. People get creative. I don't know why he's getting creative now. It's starting to get warm.
Yeah.
Should have been doing that during the wintertime.
Absolutely.
But you went to the George Springer bobblehead giveaway day.
Yep, Jumpin' George waited. I didn't wait that long in line myself, but I know some people that were waiting there for 3+ hours, and we got in and got that Jumpin' George, and that thing went up on Facebook Marketplace as soon as I got home from the game.
I got my, hold on, let me grab it. Let me just do a little ad right now.
Here we
go.
I
got Charlie Brown bobblehead from the historic 2025 Blue Jays baseball season. Anybody a big fan of the Peanuts movie or Charlie Brown himself? It doesn't really bobble that well. That's just a lot of me vibrating the bobblehead. Like, it's very rough.
That's borderline bobblehead. That thing's not bobbling at all.
I can't be showing. Don't say that. I'm trying to sell this stuff, man.
It bobbles great, guys. It bobbles
great. But actually, the best bobbler I've ever seen.
The people who are listening to the audio-only version just clicked off my sales pitch real quick.
Yeah, because there were so many.
I need this gone. I was able to sell my Celebrini card. Got to get rid of all my little toys and, baseball cards. I'm not going to say, or like sports cards aren't childish. That's a very much grown man hobby. But having this Charlie Brown bobblehead in my room makes me look like I'm not allowed in anywheres. So it's very frustrating. Somebody buy it off me, please. But let's start a petition real quick. Stop the reselling of these bobbleheads. Stop what Luke Fitchner's doing over here.
Keep it going.
No. I want that Treya Savage 2008 replica jersey that's coming out.
I want that so bad.
Guess who's going to that game?
I bought the fan version at a vintage store, like the legit version of it, just because I'm such a fan, and now I want the Savage version so I can sell the vintage one and keep the new one,
Yeah, that new one is nasty.
Anybody willing to sit out front of Rogers Center starting at 12:15 for 7:40 first pitch?
Yeah,
I will give you money.
If you're going, can you just grab me an extra one, bud?
I wish, pal.
Just
I wish
no,
there were
come
extra
on.
ones.
No. Just stick your hand in the.
I'd have 10 extra bobbleheads right now if I could, and $1,000 in my bank account. But that's not how it works, unfortunately.
So I know like the collectible thing is a little crazy because I remember me and my brother went for this one, and a guy bought mine off me like just at the game.
Yeah,
But we
I
were-
remember that.
You could,
We were
yeah.
nowhere's near. Like we showed up 30 minutes before the game, and this was at the tail end of the season when the Blue Jays were hot. Like they were making the world the number one in the AL East push, and I think it depends on what gate you go to, Luke. If you go
I think
to
so too.
like a random gate, I think they have some extra boxes there. Like there's
Yeah,
no
I was
way
in the
it's
season
evenly
ticket
spread
holder
out.
gate.
All right.
Just saying. But
The
they do
season-
also bring more boxes to the season ticket holders as they run out in other places, as a witness and firsthand experience. So
Yeah,
pays
we
off.
see.
We saw
See what
Purva in the
happens whenever
lineup,
you
too.
gift the rich people of Rogers Center who already have season tickets, all the free stuff, the fan gear.
Yeah, they
and all
love
the
it.
real
They keep spending their
diehard
money.
fans that are spending their life savings to get that 500 level seat don't get their George Springer bobblehead.
Shame.
All right, Jack, I can tell by the look on your face you're ready to go lift weights with your buddies. So I think we
And
should
if you
wrap
mean
up.
drink, and if you mean by lift weights, drink beers, then you would be spot on right there.
No, go to the gym, man.
He's lifting 40s, not 40-pound weights, 40 ounces.
Yeah.
No. Summertime
That's a
Billsy
wrap.
is gonna look different.
Let's go. Let's do this thing.
All
You
right.
heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Okay. Whatever you say, pal. There's so many times where you've said you hear it here first, and
We just
I
hear
don't know
it.
how
Well,
many
you're
times.
not hearing it anywhere else.
Okay, that's true. All right, folks, that's all we have here for today for episode 11 of the Anchored In podcast. Thank you so much if you're here until the very end. We're going to try to keep it as consistent as possible. We're getting to the tail end of our school year here, so stuff's tightening up with assignments and exams. You get the gist if you're in university. Well, I mean, most of you guys are done now, you lucky suckers. So we still got a month and a half or a month left. So we're going to grind that out. We're going to try to get as much content out for you guys as possible. And stay tuned because podcasts are going to be on Thursdays, whether it's every week, every other week. Stay tuned. We'll make it updated and we'll get as much content out to you guys as possible. Once again, thank you for staying until the very end. I'm Cohen Ingram alongside the boys Luke Fitzner and Jack Billings, and we will see you next time.